Alright, so I was towing a Durango last night, and lens is a little dirty. Better. My running lights went out, and normally it is on a fuse that is right here, number 15. I tried a couple fuses. Sometimes they'd last for a couple seconds, but they'd usually blow instantly. So we need to track down the problem. So on this truck, we actually have a box right here. And I've labeled everything. I went through and found out this ordered a long time ago. But I'm going to disconnect all of the running light stuff coming to the back here, because then we can put a fuse in there, and if it blows instantly, it's something in the front. If it doesn't, it's something in the rear, and then we can add one circuit at a time to see what blows. From there, we can figure out what's on that circuit and then track down the problem. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to take this off, disconnect those wires, and hopefully we can figure out something out of it. Alright, so it's this one right here. That is my running light circuit. Careful not to lose that nut. And I'm just going to pull everything off of here. The wire that comes to here. Alright, so I think this is the power wire coming in to that circuit. And I also want to look at it, see if there's any metal chafing where it's coming through that hole there. We are going to grab this big old bag of fuses here, and it should have a 20 in there. I don't want to waste all my 20s, so I'm just gonna toss a 15 in there, and oh, see, it instantly blew. So we have another issue going on. So it's probably something up front now that everything in the back here is disconnected. Alright, so this is basically an off-brand power probe. So it allows us to test for power and ground, voltages, apply power and ground. So I can add ground and power to different things and test circuits. And this has, it basically has circuitry in there where I think anything over 10 amps, it'll cause an issue. So if I try to add power here, it'll tell me there's an issue, too much load, so basically like a short to ground. So if there's a problem, we'll see that. Interesting. Wiggle this around a little bit. Nothing's happening. Have we blown this fuse yet? Doesn't appear to be so. Actually just gonna stick a 20 in there. And we're gonna go back here and stack some circuits. Because one of these is gonna cause a problem. Go. That's interesting. But none of these are causing an issue right now, except this one. This one was also on there. Wondering if it was this wire down here that's rubbing. Could have been that wire. Hard to say for sure. Alright, well I guess I'm just gonna run it and fix that wire down here that was rubbing against the frame here, or the body. And if it holds, good. If not, then it had to be something I messed around or jiggled. So, I didn't originally put this truck together at the factory or do that, but it looks like there's no rubber grommet or anything in there, and it is a prime disaster waiting for wires just to rub through like that. So I'm gonna wrap it up in tape and do the best I can, and a little bit of like a silicone sealant or something to seal up the hole and keep the wires from moving is probably what I'm gonna need. So that will probably solve the issue, hopefully. I've now got some vinyl electrical tape over the spot that's rubbed through, and I think I'm just gonna add some tape around everything here just to kind of keep it from pulling on that tape, and keep everything kind of together and a little bit less vibration. Alright, definitely not a permanent fix. I still need to seal the hole and keep the wires from moving and protect them, but this will at least hold everything in place and keep that wire from pulling in and pulling that tape off and exposing itself on that bare metal body again. So hopefully this works, and I'm gonna go drive around a little bit and test it out, and hopefully the lights stay on. But at least it's daylight out right now, so that means if they do go out, it's less dangerous. I still have my brake and turn signals, so technically I don't need running lights in the day. So all right, let's figure out if I accidentally fixed it. And since it's not generally a good idea just to leave stuff half done and exposed, I am going to throw this cover back on. I don't want anything getting in here, or if I toss something in this box, I don't want it pulling on the wires or crossing any connections or nothing like that. So we'll just toss this back on. It's easy enough to take off at any time. So yeah, we're okay. I am going to keep that 10mm wrench with me. It normally doesn't stay in this truck. It goes in my other truck, but I'll just keep it with me in case I need to mess with that again. So hopefully everything works and it stays working.